Rica. Hi, my name is Lawrence Tam, and I was looking for different ways to make some money, just like you're watching right now. Okay, I was working as a mechanical engineer. I wanted to make some part-time income that possibly would replace my full-time income. Okay, I ran into a guy named David Wood on the internet, and he really interested me on how he was doing it. So I wanted to meet him in person. I flew to Costa Rica, learned from him personally. Now, due to that, I was able to stabilize my income on the internet. Thankfully, because I got laid off from engineering, but that's pretty cool because I'm actually making about 5 times more on the internet than I did in engineering. So let me introduce to you the phenomenon who is David Wood.
My name is Dave Wood, and in this video, the next 15, 20, 25 minutes, I'm going to show you how to make $1,000 a day from home, part-time, without any tech skills, without any expertise, without any sales ability. Look, if you're sick of running around, looking for the secret, chasing the guru, if you're sick of buying product after product after product after launch after launch after launch, looking for the formula, stop. It's here. I'm going to show you in this video. Now, who am I? Why should you be listening? Well, I told you my name already. Of course, that's my wife, and that's my dog there over on the right. I'm going to be talking about me here in a second and some of the things I've been able to do. I've actually been the #1 recruiter in 4 different network marketing companies just in the last 2 years. I've started a site that's in the top 1,000 most visited sites on the internet out of billions of pages. That site actually gets over 10.2 million unique visitors a month. I've generated over 600,000 leads on the internet, mostly through entirely free marketing modalities, and I've paid people like you watching this video over $6.5 million in commissions just in the last 6 months. Now, most people keep their numbers a secret. The reason they do is because they're afraid of them. They're challenged by the fact that they're not producing the results that they want. They don't publish average earnings because they're afraid of what their people are making. But we believe in full disclosure here. We believe in honesty. We believe in telling you right up at the front of this video, even if we give you the perfect system, even if you decide to get started, even if you run with us for the next year, it's going to be you that's going to determine your success. So we actually publish the real incomes of the people who listen to the advice that I'm going to give you in this video. And you can see that with the income disclosure below this video. Now, here's my promise to you. If you watch this entire video, I'm going to show you why you've been struggling. I'm going to show you why you haven't been making the money that you want. I'm going to show you why you haven't been getting the results that you want, what you can do about it, and how you can literally guarantee your own success. I'm also going to show you legal proof that what I'm going to teach you works if you follow my system, and I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to take you through that whole process step by step. I'm going to show you why it works. And if you stick around till the end of this video, I'm going to throw in a $997 bonus just for watching the video. It's a bonus training that's going to show you how to put together this information I'm going to show you over the next little bit to make $1,000 a day. Now, if you complete this entire video right now, I'm going to unlock that training for you and show you exactly how to get access to it, okay? So here, I want to share a little bit about my story because I think this is important. You know, people look at me today living in a 4,000 square foot mansion in the mountains of Costa Rica, traveling the world, speaking at events across the world, sponsoring people into whatever network marketing business I choose, selling millions of dollars of products, and they think I walk on water and glow in the dark, and it's not true. Look, before I had all the success, I'll tell you what came first. It was an unbelievable amount of failure. I failed at multiple businesses. I spent money. I ran from product launch to product launch. I bought every single guru's product. Here's a couple of things that I tried before I created success, and I don't know if any of these things are going to relate to you. I tried to get rich quick for 3.5 years in a network marketing business by wandering around, hitting up strangers. Okay, I tried that for a little while. It didn't work, unfortunately. I did about 2,000 home parties. I pitched my family and friends, made the list of everybody I know, taught others to do the same, and I struggled and struggled and struggled and struggled, never worked. I listened to Amway tapes about 2 hours a day for 3 years straight, trying to learn, what's the secret between, somebody who fails, somebody who succeeds. And, I could admit I actually did learn a lot from those audios, but it didn't work. I was poor at the end of it. And I went to about 10 seminars a year ranging from $97 all the way up to about $5,000. Went to every single seminar I could. I read every single personal development book that I could. I watched every single video that I could. You know what the result was? None of it worked. Till August of 2009, when I was at the lowest point of my entire life. I actually lived in a green 1996 Dodge Caravan, had zero money in my bank account, looked for a job for 6 months, and then finally I found a job at Greenpeace. Got a job at Greenpeace, and I got fired. Living in a van, working for Greenpeace, I got fired. I didn't have a computer. I borrowed $150 from my mom to buy a laptop off of eBay, and I literally had no money. In fact, one time, I was down to my last $45 in my bank account. Keep in mind, I was married to that girl that you see in the video, and she was living with me in the van. And I was down to my last $45. We couldn't buy food. I was parked in a park in downtown Waikiki. Cop came up, smashed at my window in the middle of the night, gave me a ticket. It was like for my last $45 I had in my bank account. I about blew up. That's the position that I was in. And you know what happened? I decided something has to change. So I got started in my business. I was literally eating canned beans and showering on public beaches, and now I'm making more money daily than I used to make in 3 months. Which, of course, might not have been so hard because I was homeless, right? Now, I've used the formula in this video that I'm going to show you to earn more than $306,000 from a single affiliate income stream. I've created multiple residual income streams from multiple companies in multiple countries in multiple opportunities with my own products, without my own products, and it's worked every single time. I've earned hundreds of thousands in a single week, literally any time that I want. I've built teams in the tens of thousands in a period of a few months. I've earned commissions in the millions. I have thousands of dollars a week depositing in my PayPal account. Here's a site that I launched. We're in the top 1,000 sites in the world with traffic just in the last 6 months. There's a site called Alexa.com. You can go download the Alexa toolbar. You can see for yourself the top 1,000 most trafficked sites in the world, folks. Do you know how hard that is? Well, it's all because of this formula. What's the best part? I did all of it without a phone. In fact, today I still don't have a cell phone. Started in a van, so you can't really say that it was because of my big house that I succeeded. I didn't have a nice computer. It only cost $150. I couldn't edit videos on it. I did no cold calls. Of course, I didn't have a phone. No prospecting whatsoever. No home meetings at all. And how well did it work? Well, I got to tell you something first before we get into how well it worked. See, most gurus make all their money when you sell their stuff, right? You get in, you sell their stuff, they make money. They don't do any marketing. They just put together a product, you sell their product, you do all the marketing, you do all the hard work, and they make most of the money for that, right? I don't know if you've ever seen a quote like this. Hey, look, making money, so easy. Just sell my system on the front, and then your life is going to be magical. I'm teaching this because I love you, right? Well, they're teaching you that because they don't market. They don't sell their own stuff. They rely on you to do that. That's how most gurus make all their money. I don't know if you realize that. I'm a bit different, though. The formula I'm going to share with you in this video works so well that I've made more than $213,124 in a single month from selling my own system. In other words, what you're looking at right now, this is from October 31st to December 1st, 2011, 1 month, me and my business partner, $213,000. This is not from owning a system. This is from being an affiliate like you with no extra deals, with the same exact affiliate compensation plan that you have in a month. In other words, I walk my talk. In other words, this picture, again, this is not from owning a system. This is from doing exactly what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. This is a month, folks. The best part, it's not just me. Let me introduce you to just a few of the success stories that we had, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you exactly how to do what they've done.
My first 30 days in, I made just over $10,000, and you make that kind of money just on the internet. It really was. It was life-changing. And there's a lot of different people that I know out there that's helped pay house payments, and for me, it helped pay medical bills and things that just made a huge difference to take that kind of weight off your shoulder.
Inside of my first 30 days, I was able to generate $30,000 of commissions, $20,000 of which was passive residual income.
Long story short, over the course of the last 4 months, I've actually made over $35,000. It's a blessing for a lot of people, especially those who haven't had success before. They can now find success with this program.
I jumped with both feet in, and I ran with it because I couldn't see anything else out there that could create the kind of instant income, but also a great residual income in a relatively short period of time. And so since that time, November 14th till today, our income is a little over $45,000 that we've made currently.
And me just putting up a couple of posts on Facebook, and I ran a Craigslist ad for a few days, I believe David said that I've made something like $34,925. So basically $35,000, and I've only worked a few weeks.
We've personally generated over $45,000 just from the product line itself. We couldn't be more proud to be aligned with David Wood and David Sharp, and we highly recommend this program to everybody that we do business with on the Internet.
We were able to generate over $30,000 in less than 45 days. We created a monthly residual income that exceeds 6 figures a year and was able to do that in less than 60 days.
Okay, so let's see. I'm looking at the back office right now, and I'm trying to tally this up real quick, Dave, as we're going. Okay, so we are at $50,975, and that would be since the beginning. October the 31st. So November, December, January, February. We're just now hitting March. So really, in about 4 months, an extra $51,000. That I will tell you, I've made $50,000, but not from one system in 4 months.
I've been fortunate, both my partner and I have been fortunate to earn tens of thousands of dollars within just the last 90 days, and which is something I think that, we can really be, proud of. But the great part about that is it's residual. This is coming in every single month, month after month. And you know what? It's growing every month as well.
I earned just about $30,000 in two months' time, and compared to any other programs that I'd done on the Internet, that was the most money that I've ever made in that time frame. And it opened my eyes to the fact that I guess in the words of Dave Wood, the guru money is out there to be made for the average person. Because that's kind of how I looked at myself, as just being the average person. I wasn't going to quit or give up. It just gave me the appreciation and understanding that it's absolutely possible when you have the right vehicle. You just have to, plug in and go to work and make it happen.
In about a matter of 2 to 3 months, we made a little bit short of $20,000. To be exact, $19,900 in a matter of 2-3 months. Just something that we, just pretty much just letting our existing network know about what we're doing.
And that is by far the most exhilarating thing I've ever done, because on the way home, driving from San Antonio, it's about a 3-hour drive, went home, put my kids to bed, and turned on my computer, and that was my first $10,000 day. I think to date, I think it's about almost 4 months, I've made about $125,000. And I'm an engineer who doesn't make that in a year.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? Look, I'm just like you. When my bank account started getting daily commission deposits in the tens of thousands of dollars, and there started to be stories about me popping up all over the world, my banker thought I was selling drugs. I'm not kidding. He just could not believe it. He couldn't believe that that guy in the photo could marry that girl and could make that much money without a college degree. I was literally earning more than twice his annual salary with no college degree. I'd been failing for years. I mean, he'd seen me, swipe my ATM to buy something and have non-sufficient funds. So that same banker then saw tens of thousands of dollars coming into my bank account virtually every day, and he literally couldn't believe that what I was doing was honest and ethical. Isn't that hilarious? It was working so well that this is what started to happen. People succeeded where it made absolutely no sense. For example, we had a blind girl, she couldn't see, over in the UK, who started making $1,000 a month. We had a cancer patient make enough to pay for her cancer treatments. We had a full-time pastor of a church make more money part-time than he made from the tithes and offerings of his church. We had the engineer that you see over there on the right, full-time engineer, part-time marketer, make over $40,000 his first month. Now, this is a great story. I'm going to talk a little bit more about him a little bit later on. It spread virally. This idea started spreading in countries where I literally didn't even know it was a country. For example, Kazakhstan. You ever seen the movie Borat, right? I didn't think Kazakhstan was a real country until I was literally making money there while I was sleeping. It's a true story, right? It all started with the money-getting formula that I discovered on accident, and I discovered it because I had no money. I had to do things in a different way. What's step one of the system? It's Blog Daily. Now, you may have heard of blogging. You may have heard how complicated it is. You may have tried to do it and not made money. And I'm going to tell you why in this video. You may have spent 10 hours a day blogging. I'm going to show you how to do it in less than an hour. But step one is blogging. Now, let's talk about why blogging for a second. We're going to get into this over the next maybe 5 or 6 minutes. Remember this photo I showed you before? This site that you're looking at right now gets over 1 million visitors a day. And that's just in the last 6 months I've created that amount of traffic. How? Well, blogging, that's it. It's the only internet strategy that's worked for nearly 20 years straight. There's a lot of reasons for that we're going to share with you a little bit later on. Want leads? I generate right now, from 163 to 332 leads every single day of the week, 7 days a week, day in and day out, all from free marketing. From this single method of marketing with no affiliates, I've generated more than 36,549 leads. Blogging, that's it. That's all I've done. I've done blogging, and folks, look at that. I've generated over 36,000 leads from blogging. So want sales? Well, I've personally sponsored. This is personally, folks. This is not a team. This is not a company that I own. I've recruited 2,363 paid customers into another system, all with the same method. I earned $374,546.96 part-time doing almost nothing. Want to know what I did? Blogging, it's it. Less than an hour a day, and in 2 years I earned $374,000. I didn't do any phone calls. I didn't hassle grandma. I didn't chase anybody down. Blogging. How the heck did I do that blogging? Well, there's a problem. Blogging is easy. In fact, I could sit down with you in a coffee shop on a napkin, and I could explain for you and spell out in 15 minutes how I built my entire business. If you do it following our formula, you're going to get traffic, period. However, the rest is not easy at all. And I want to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you why it works. I'm actually going to show you how to do it on your own, all right? And then I'm going to show you how to do it the easy way. Let me walk you through the process of making money blogging, and let me tell you why not everybody does it properly, all right? Now, money getting from your blog has absolutely nothing to do with getting traffic, at first at least, all right? It has nothing to do with branding. People want to be an expert. They want to be the face of everything. And making money, folks, has nothing to do with branding. Most of the people that I know that are the richest people online, nobody knows who they are, all right? Has absolutely nothing to do with search engine optimization. You don't have to be an SEO guru. Has nothing to do, it has to do with one thing, only one thing, sales conversions, all right? 99% of the world sucks at sales conversions. In other words, if you get all the traffic in the world to your blog, all right, and you don't sell anything, guess what you also don't get? You don't get any money, all right? So a lot of people say, well, I'll blog on Facebook. Well, you will, and you won't make any money. Folks, there's a science to making money from blogging, and most people completely miss the boat. Let me show you an example, okay? This is a blog layout that's highly attractive and extremely high converting. Now, if you look at the top, that's obviously my gorgeous self there, and you'll see that there's banners and advertisements above and to the right of the blog. Now, the purpose of those advertisements has one purpose. It's to get people to click on the ads. It's the only reason they're there for. See, most people, they're going to design a fancy graphic, they're going to spend thousands on all these words to put up there, and they never figure out if somebody's clicking on their ads or not. The only purpose of an ad, folks, is to click on them. Look, if you have a blog and people come and they read the post, how to grow through promotional cycles like this post I made right there, and they don't click on any of your ads, you're not going to make any money at all. Look, this is the first step in sales conversions, but it's only the first step. When they click on the ad, you need to capture their information. All right, you probably went through a capture page to get this video that you're watching right now. We're going to get to what this video is here in just a second, right? This video, of course, is to get you to buy more stuff. But this capture page, it needs to cause at least 20% of your visitors put in their email address if you want to make any money at all. Now, if you want to make lots of money, you need a lot more than 20%. Now, what's the problem with what I showed you in the last slide and what I showed you in this slide? Most people will make crappy ads that people don't click on, and they'll make crappy capture pages that nobody puts their email address in. Did you know that I've looked at the stats for thousands and thousands of people, and most people, they have 1 in 100 people put their email address in a page. We get 50 and 60%. So this is the second thing. This is a 6-month to a year-long learning curve just to learn how to do this properly. Your sales video for whatever product you're selling, it has to have at least 2.5 to 3% of your visitors buy on the spot. If it doesn't, you're going to have a hard time making lots of money. There's a science to selling stuff, folks. Like, for example, this video that you're watching right now, about a fourth of the people that watch this video decide to buy on the spot. It's way higher than average. Now, why do they decide to buy on the spot? Because what I'm teaching makes a lot of sense. They see themselves involved in the process. They're sitting there in front of their computer watching this presentation, making a decision as they're watching the video, and they see, I can do that. Well, folks, I've been doing thousands of presentations since 2002, and the reality is most people can't do it. This is one of the hard things about blogging. You'll also need to know, in addition to that, what kinds of products to sell. You'll need to know how to sell it. You'll need to know how to make compelling videos. Most people are boring at videos. You ever watch a video and you're like, God, this is so boring. You have to know how long to make your video. You know, I had people argue with me for a long time. They said, Dave, your videos are too long. You need to tell them in 5 minutes. Well, you know what the reality is, folks? You can't sell crap in 5 minutes. You want to sell stuff, you need to know the length, the proper length of your video. What's the best length of a video? How long it takes to get somebody to buy stuff. That's the proper length of a video. And more, there's more there, folks, than people can learn in 2 years. It's not easy for an average person to do. It's not easy for me to do. It took me a long time to learn these skills. Now, in addition to a great product, a great sales process, here's some of the other really painful, expensive stuff that you're going to need if you want to do this kind of thing on your own. It's okay if you do, by the way. First, you're going to need a great programmer, or your site is just going to work like garbage. Our programmer is $150 an hour, about $30,000 a month that we spend literally just on programming. You need really, really, really fast web hosting. Why? Because if you're blogging, folks, Google will start de-indexing your pages if they take too long to load. My first 6 months on the internet, my site took 5 seconds to load because I did not understand web hosting. It's a super complicated world. I still don't understand it today, but now I pay somebody who understands it, right? Lawyers. Do you know you have to have income disclosures, privacy policies, terms of services? I mean, it's ridiculous. Our lawyers in the last 6 months alone, they've cost us $60,000. Now, it's one of the best investments that we've made because that's how we ensure that we're a perfectly legal model and that we're operating with all the laws of the land, right? But lawyers are expensive, folks, and they're getting more expensive. Credibility. This is the big one, folks. And this is it. You ever read that book, Catch-22? You can't get credibility until you're already making money, and you can't really make big money without credibility. It's like this crux that you're in when you're online where you want to get out there, you want to sell stuff, you have a product, you want to take it to the marketplace, you're in the make money niche, you're in the home business niche, you want to work from home, teach other people to work from home, and they say, how much money are you making? And you say, shit, right? Now, merchant processing, don't even get me started with merchant processing integrations, folks. This is an incredible amount of moving parts. It's a problem for most people. So you get into a little bit of a, what do they call it, a conundrum? I don't know if that's even a word, right? I didn't go to college. What can you do? You got 3 choices. And really, these are the 3. There's not, if you have another choice, you can email me, right? If you can find my address. 1, you can spend 1 to 2 years learning. You can spend 6 months setting it up. Another 6 months creating an authority blog so anybody will even notice it. And you can spend 2 to 3 years selling other people's stuff for measly, itsy-bitsy, weeny little 20%. These are such wussy commissions, folks. It's unreal. You can't eat off of them, right? Until you have the credibility from those commissions to really take your brand out there in the marketplace and really pay the people to do the things that they should do. That's what I did. I did this. That's choice number 1. It's what most people have to do. And what's the problem? It's painful, guys. It takes forever, and most people quit before they succeed. Option 2, go back to the job, work a crappy job, and wait till you're 65 to live a broke, poor existence. And that's the reality, guys. People don't like their jobs, and it's painful. 3, you can buy a business system that works, instantly set up, hard parts done for you, and you keep all the money, all of it. And that's an option on what I'm going to show you in this video. How would you like it if I gave you my entire proven business? I've tested it over 2 years. I've done $6.5 million with it online in the last 6 months and generated more than 650,000 leads. You can literally make as much money from it as I do. You can actually make more. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. Rather than years of searching, buying everything you see, thousands of hours of learning, and a master's degree in sales psychology, what if you could just blog daily, tell others, and get money? You didn't get some weeny little 20% commission like I did. What if you got all the money? The only question, if I could do that for you, you'd be interested in that, wouldn't you? You'd ask, how much does your system cost? See, people aren't interested, folks, in a product as much as they're interested in a business system. You have to have valuable products because otherwise, obviously, they leave. But the system is everything. You ever tried to sell a product and you weren't able to sell it? Well, it's because it didn't have a good system. You ever had a horrible product and sold tons of it? It's because you had a great system. The only question you should be asking, can I afford it? How fast can I make money if I decide to get in? Great question. Let me tell you what something like this should cost. Now, I had the price automatically appear over here, and here's the reason why it's appearing right there. Because I actually want you to know what this would typically cost in a business world for a system like this. The rule of thumb, if you're going to buy a franchise, for example, it costs 5 times to buy the franchise the annual income of the business. So in other words, if, like Lawrence Tam, for example, part-time engineer, he started with us back on October 31st, 2011, all right? It's May 10th, the time I'm filming this video. He's made $191,975 using my proven business system. He didn't have to set up any technology, hire any lawyers. He didn't make a single sales video. He started part-time out of the comfort of his own home. Annualized, if he continues on that pace, it'd about double, because it's been about 6 months, right? It'd be $383,950, right? Now, that's obviously extraordinary results. You guys have seen our income disclosure. But what's 5 times $383,950? Well, it's $1.9 million. That's what that would cost in a franchise world. Do you realize that that's about what a McDonald's costs? That's what a McDonald's franchise costs, and you're working managing 17-year-olds for the rest of your life, right? I know you probably can't afford that, and even $500,000 would probably be too much. You'd be stealing it if I gave you a system. Think about this. If you could make $380,000 a year, you would literally be stealing it if I gave it to you for $100,000. You'd make 3 times your money back in the first year if that's what it could do, right? That'd be worth $1.9 million, not $100,000. You'd be stealing it from me, right? When I put all the sales conversions, the blogging system, all the technology, the legal technology, all right, all the delivery technology together that helped me recruit more than 2,200 people into other businesses and other systems, there's a lot more than that, but I don't want to get into those companies. The capture pages that they got me more than 36,000 leads into a box, and the system that paid 100% commissions. I was literally thinking of offering it for the steal of only $10,000. Remember, worth $1.9 million, stealing it for $100,000. I was thinking of offering it for $10,000. I actually brought this idea to my business partner, Dave Sharp. He literally thought, he's like, Dave, people are going to be stealing that for $10,000, but I almost convinced him because I remember what it was like to not have a lot of money, to not be able to get in, but I couldn't convince him. I couldn't convince him of $10,000. This is literally the products in a box that I've used to do millions of dollars in sales. The sales videos, the capture pages. When we make a new capture page and it converts higher than the last, you get the capture page. When we make a new theme design that gets more click-throughs, you get the new theme design. You get the domain names. You get the technology. You get the programming that costs us $30,000 a month, and you don't have. And if it costs $30,000 a month to be worth it, I've moved to a tropical 4,000 square foot home in Costa Rica. It's actually where I'm recording this presentation. I live the life of my dreams. I get to travel the world. No programming, no setup, no selling. You get to keep 100% of the money. Remember, you're going to make money. This is a business system like a real business owner does. Somebody pays you money, you keep the money. Literally years ahead of the learning curve. It's my proven business, and you can steal it. By the last minute, this is back before October, before we launched, I was drinking a little bit of wine, and I do from time to time. I had this funny idea. Dave doesn't actually drink. I said, Dave, what if we let people get started for only $1,645? He burst into laughter. We both kind of did because we were laughing at it because we know what this costs to do. We know what it costs somebody if they want to do it on their own. If they want to get past earning these little measly commissions, right? But then I had something happen to me, and you could call it the wine, you could call it Costa Rican air. I remembered what it was like getting that speeding ticket in the van. I remembered getting my windows slammed at 2 in the morning. We used to put cardboard along the windows, hoping that nobody would know somebody was sleeping in there. Because it's a common thing. You're actually not allowed to sleep in vans. For example, when I was living there in Honolulu, you weren't allowed to sleep in a van from the hours of 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., which unfortunately is the time when everybody likes to sleep. I remembered that. I remember what it felt like when I literally had tears of fury coming down the side of my face because I looked at my bank account and there was nothing in it. I didn't have money to eat. I got another little tear of anger in my eyes. Looked up at Dave Sharp, right in the eyes and I said, fuck this, Dave. Let's change the world. Let's let them get in for only $97 a month. Let's let them in for only $97. Dave looked at me, kind of smiled, and he said one thing. He said, I'll do it right now if you just agree to one rule. No wussies allowed. I want you to click the button right now below this video and get started. If you lock in your system right now and you hit the add to cart button below, here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to give you a discount. For only $25 a month, you can get access to the entire blog money-making system. Over 3 years of testing, instantly set up for you for only $25 a month. Make a decision, just get in, only $25, but you got to decide to act now. I want to tell you something. Most of the time when you're getting involved in any kind of a business, it doesn't matter whether it's a network marketing company, it doesn't matter whether you're selling soap, vitamins, Cheetos, what do people sell, sex toys, whatever it is that you're selling, you refer somebody in and you're going to earn 20% commissions. You're going to get 100% commissions and you'll get $25 per month per person that you refer into the system. Now, if you get in now, we're going to increase the price to $97 a month. You'll actually get $97 a month when we increase the price to $97. Decide to take action. There's only one rule here, and that's no wussies. Now, what's a wussy? A wussy is somebody who goes back on their decisions. A wussy is somebody who's not willing to do what it takes to succeed. A wussy is somebody who's going to complain about everything and work at nothing. Look, you're not welcome here unless you're ready to take action. You're sick and tired of the crap, and you want to be somewhere with real people with real results. You say, Dave, what's the refund policy? There's only one policy, and that's there's no refunds. Why? Because we want you to make a decision. You can cancel at any time, that's fine, but when you come back in, the price will probably be $97, just so you know. No weenies allowed. Now, if you want to get money, click the mouse, click the button below this video, and get started. You get the Empower Network blogging system for only $25 monthly, only $25 a month. Not only do you get the exact business system that's made me $6.5 million in the last 6 months alone, you're also going to get tested and proven direct response web design from the most expensive designers on the internet automatically set up for you. I can't tell you what a relief it is to our people to literally walk into their back office and have a new capture page that's tested and proven to convert at 30, 40, 50%. $997 value. You're going to get capture pages that get leads like crazy. Folks, there's nothing like, I've always been awful at capture pages. I've always had to call my friends and say, what's wrong with my capture page? I've been good at the other stuff, but bad at capture pages. It's one of the reasons I partnered with Dave Sharp. Folks, I can't tell you what a relief it is to be able to put an ad out there and get 100 leads in a day. It's a $297 value per page, and we're putting out new capture pages every single month. Sales videos that get customers for you. You're literally going to be having your customers who've clicked on your ads sitting in front of their computer watching this very video that you're watching right now, making a decision to buy stuff, and when they buy, you get to keep all the money. It's a $1,997 value minimum. And why? Because it takes a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of presentations to learn how to do what I just did in this video. Folks, you got to make a decision. You get step-by-step online video training to show you exactly how to make money. Folks, $1,497 value. I can't tell you what a relief it is to be able to sell a product to somebody new that you just met online who went to one of your blog posts that you wrote. We'll show you how to do this in the videos in less than an hour a day, and rather than having to walk them hand by hand and do everything for them and babysit them and set up a website and explain FTP accounts to them, you say, I want you to watch video number 4 if you've been through the fast start, and you're on and you're free and you can live your life the rest of the day. It's such a blessing to people. Community traffic, folks, I can't tell you how powerful it is. When I started blogging on the internet, I started with 0. I had to go from 0 to 1, and it was so hard getting my first visitor. It was so hard getting my first 1,000 visitors. Well, our website last month got 10.2 million unique visitors. We have over, right now, actually, 1 million page views a day on our site, 700,000 visitors a day, $497 value in by itself because it's like free traffic. popularity in the top 300 sites in the USA. Anybody looks up your site, they're going to go to Alexa.com, they're going to do a little search for Empower Network, folks. They're going to see that the site is in the top 300 sites in the United States. Do you know what that does to your sales conversions, folks? It's a minimum of $197 value, and you get to keep 100% commissions. Look, I want to tell you a story before I move to the next slide, because I didn't make a slide for this story. I went to a conference, one of my friends, great marketer out there in the internet space. He gave a speech where he was selling the rights to get 90% commissions on a product that he had developed. He was selling the rights to earn 90% commissions on that product, and he sold it like a franchise business. Do you want to know what happened? He sold that product for $5,000. And because the people had the right to get 90% commissions rather than 20, half the room got up and they paid $5,000 for the rights to earn 90% commissions. You get to keep all the money. Your blog is going to be set up in 10 seconds when you order now. And we'll show you exactly what to do in the welcome videos. Only $25. Plus, if you take action right now, I'm going to give you a special bonus training. I'm going to break down the exact science of how to create $1,000 a day, just like Lawrence Tam did part-time his very first month. You're going to get 8 bonus videos where you're going to learn the 8 core steps of online wealth creation. Folks, these are the 8 steps that if you follow these steps, you can virtually guarantee your success. I took these steps from what I learned in multiple offline network marketing organizations. I took them from what I've learned from thousands of internet marketing products, from hundreds of books that I've read on marketing, from studying marketing psychology, and from testing conversions for years. These are the 8 core steps of somebody that makes money on the internet. You're not going to find them anywhere. $997 for free. Bonus training. This is going to be a live streaming broadcast that I'm going to do with you where I'm going to literally take you through the proprietary money-getting formula that you can use right now to take our blogging product and to use that as a foundation for you and your business and your life to make $1,000 a day. You're going to get access for free. It's a $1,997 value. What would it be worth to you if I could show you how to make $1,000 a day? There's going to be bonus incomes that you're going to be able to activate when I show you the formula. After you register for a bonus training, you'll receive an extra bonus audio called Hypnotic Recruiting Secrets. Now, I'm going to encourage you to download that to listen to in your car, maybe on the way back and forth from work here over the next couple days, 3 or 4 times. This audio, folks, is worth at least $10,000. This is going to teach you the secrets of how to literally compel people to pull out their credit card and buy. It's going to teach you the secrets for how to get people to make decisions to buy stuff. It's going to teach you how to literally create a hypnotic attraction to you. Folks, and I'm going to show you how to get an extra $1,600 in direct 100% commissions per sale. It's a $9,997 value. You get instant access for a simple payment, not of $12,991 in bonuses, of only $25, but if you act now, because we're going to increase the price. I want you to imagine a lifestyle. Imagine being able to pick up, hop on a plane, travel to South Africa for a safari, or go to Cancun like I am next month, or go to Las Vegas and maybe speak at a conference and have thousands of people literally running up to the stage and just begging you to know what you know. Imagine the ability that you could have to just buy the car of your dreams, to just buy your wife the ring that she deserves, the necklace that she deserves, to be able to send your kids to the college that you want, to be able to give money to charities. Imagine what you could do if time and money weren't an issue for you. You know what I did? I started making a bunch of money online when I developed this system originally. I was just doing it on my own. When I didn't have a way to give it to people like I'm giving it to you, and I'm just doing it on my own, selling other people's products. This is a system that I've used to sell millions of dollars of other people's products. And I was earning 20% commissions. I still earned a fortune using it, and you get 100% of the money. That means 100% commissions are paid out on our product sales, folks. Imagine the lifestyle and what you'd do if time and money weren't an issue. I picked up and moved to Costa Rica. Why? People ask me, Dave, why are you in Costa Rica? I'll tell you why. Because my wife loves it. I love it. Get to look out over the ocean. Get to drive down to the beach. Sink my toes into the hot sand. Get to go out to fancy dinners. We have maids in the house. Have a huge house. There's only 2 of us and a dog. You saw a picture of my little dog earlier in the video. Making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, helping people all over the world. I live here. Get this. Because I want to. What would you do if you could do whatever you wanted? I grew up in Fairbanks, Alaska, freezing cold snow. And there's this one particular place where you can drive out on some back roads. There's a lot of back roads in Alaska that literally go to the middle of nowhere. I mean, you drive out for 8 hours and never run into the end of the road, unless, of course, there's a snowbank that nobody's plowed in a while, and literally it goes nowhere. I don't even know where these roads go, right? I've lived there my whole life, and I didn't know where roads go. I used to be able to drive 15 minutes outside my house, and I live fairly close to town, but I drive 15 minutes away, and there was a spot where when I was turning back, the road looked virtually identical to the left and the right. There was a fork in the road, right? But here's the difference between left and right. You turn right, and you will drive, I have no idea how long, and go absolutely nowhere. You'll get lost because the road turns and turns and turns and splits and splits and splits. You have no idea how to get back. Made that mistake, and I got lost for 9 hours trying to get back. Almost ran out of gas in the middle of nowhere without a phone, right? You turn left, back home in 10 minutes, 15. Sometimes in life there's a fork in the road. You can keep going the same way you've been going. You can keep earning little weenie commissions all you want. Look, they are weenie. Sometimes people say, hey, Dave, stop using language like that. I don't want to hear weenie. You know, the reality is, folks, if you make all the sale and the guru gets all the money, you know what that's called? That's called horse shit. I want to show you how to make all the money. And why did I do this? Why did I make this company? Here's why. Let me tell you why I started the Empower Network and why I'm giving you this whole thing right now for $25. Folks, it ain't because I'm making a lot of money giving you this for $25. Heck, you might have been referred here by Mary Beth, and maybe Mary Beth is earning all the money, not me. And you know what? I'm cool with that. You want to know why I'm cool with that? Because I made hundreds of thousands of dollars building other people's dreams. Sending most of the money to the gurus. Sending most of the money to the abyss of nowhere. Then one day, I was walking through the mountains in Costa Rica. Made a decision that changed my life. I said, you know, I have the credibility now to do anything I want to do. I got the money to do anything I want to do in life. Except, of course, still probably can't get a private jet. I'm a little bit shy. You know what I decided to do, though? I said, let's empower the people. I want to take the people in my team who are making $1,000 a month and help them make $10,000 a month. I want the people in my team who are making $10,000 a month to make $100,000 a month. I want to help the people that have always struggled to make $2,000 a month make $8,000 a month. I want to help people who can't buy a Ferrari buy a Ferrari. I want to help people to afford the car of their dreams, to pay off their debts, to live the world free, to travel the world like I've done, because you know what? I need more rich friends, folks. I remember a time when I had to make a decision that changed my life. This is back in 2006. It's in the summertime, I think in June. I was living in Utah for a very short stretch, traveling through. Had a job at a place I hated. I was selling loans. And folks, I'm not a sales guy. I can sell good through video, but did you know that I do not pick up the phone and call anybody? I don't prospect, and you want to know why? Because it makes me nervous. My hands get clammy. I get sweaty. I get tired. I don't want to do it. I feel disgusting doing it. I don't want to convince people to do something that they don't want to do. I only want to help people do what they want to do. I don't want to convince people. I don't want to hard sell them. I want people to make a decision to change their life. Right? So I was in this health food store for lunch. It was about 2 minutes away. If you live in Orem, Utah, you might know a place called Real Foods. And I was eating some sort of green drink and a little salad, you know. I was in a health kick. And I was about to leave when a girl walked in. Most beautiful girl I'd ever seen in my life. Now, just call me a, horny mid-20s guy. But this girl, I just could not take my eye off this girl. Now, I'm not this ladies' man that goes around dating tons of girls and things like this. This is the most beautiful girl that I'd ever seen in my entire life. But she was sitting there with another guy, right? And I wanted to talk to her so bad. But she was sitting there with this guy, and I couldn't really tell. You never know in Utah. I kind of was looking at her hands, seeing if she was married, because people get married when they're like 20 there and 18 and things, crazy things like that. I looked over, I couldn't see a ring, so it's like, well, I'm not married, So I was like, how do I do this? And so I just sat there for about another hour. I was late to work. And then I got up, and I was about to go talk to her, and I walked over instead, and I bought a banana. Just to kind of stop myself from being nervous. Right? You ever be about to make a decision, and then you kind of just turn the other way, and you kind of pace back and forth a little bit to stop, but then you get more nervous? Well, that's what happened to me. And I literally paced back and forth for bed. I kept staring at her. I kept looking over. Her eye was kind of glancing a little bit at me. I almost walked out of the restaurant that day and went back to work. And just at the moment when I was headed for the door, I was walking towards the door and something snapped. And I made a decision that changed my life. I made a decision that changed my life. I turned last second. I walked up to this table, beautiful girl sitting there, and I said, "Excuse me, sir. I know you're probably here on a date here with this beautiful lady." And she says, "Oh, no, this is just my friend." And my heart just started pounding. I said, "Look, I don't mean to interrupt your lunch. I just want to tell you, and I'd just feel guilty all dang day if I didn't, because you are a work of art. I've never seen a woman so beautiful. You are the most beautiful woman that I've ever seen in my entire life. And heck, if this guy here he's just, you're just on a friend lunch here, maybe I'd grab your phone number." Now, I don't think that line would work most of the time, but that day she gave me the phone number. Now, I moved a day later. We talked, I think, one time, and I was busy, she was busy, and then I moved back to Alaska for a year. A year and a half later, I was traveling through Utah. I was digging through some of the things that I had when I was there. I'd totally forgotten about this girl. And I found this crumpled up piece of paper, opened it up, and it had the phone number for Ashley Needles. I picked up the phone. I said, "Hey, you remember me?" She said, "No." And I said, "Well, it doesn't matter anyways. I met you, at a health food store a couple years back, or a year and a half ago. And I'm traveling through Utah, and I'm going to a red carpet event. I'd like you to be my date if you're not married or hooked up or otherwise engaged." And she said, "Sure." That woman's been my wife for the last 5 years and lived with me in the van. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have any money. I made a decision at the last moment that changed my life, just like you're doing right now. Only $25 gets you set up in 10 seconds with the same system that's done millions of dollars in sales. It's helped me recruit thousands of people. You're going to keep all the leads. You're going to keep 100% commissions. We'll even process the payments for you if you choose. You can also use your own merchant account if you got one. Only $25. I got one thing to say to you, friend. Don't be a wussy. Just get in. Make a decision that'll change your life. My dog's barking. My wife just showed up at home. And I wanted to welcome you to the Empower Network. Welcome to the team. Make a decision to get started. And I'll see you on the beaches of the world. Isn't that a beautiful dog barking in the background? She's actually barking at you. She's saying, make a decision and get started. The entire system, years of hard work, I'm giving it to you. You're taking it. I might not be even earning any money, and I'm okay with that. Only $25, just get in. I'll see you on the next page.